This is a very exciting time for the Toastmasters in the UK. For those who might not know, but you should know because you fill in a form on D71, we have been in District 71, which has covered the whole of the UK and Ireland. But from the 1st of July, the beginning of the Toastmasters year, we here are going to be part of District 91, because District 71 has to split because it's huge and it's unwieldy to look after. London Athenians, fellow members of Toastmasters, and guests, I want to explain to you what you might not know about the whole ethos and the whole structure of Toastmasters International. Ralph Smedley was a young man who in 1903 had his first job in America, which was at the YMCA. Within 2 years, he'd seen that young men who came to the YMCA would benefit from having public speaking skills, so he started a club. And the club started in 1905. He moved for his job. He kept on going to YMCs and other places in the United States, and everywhere he went, he started a club, until he landed in California in 1919. And in California, the idea of Toastmaster clubs really took off. They flew, but they were always just for men. In 1925, no, I think it was 1926, the first Toastmasters Club for ladies was created, and it was called the Toasties. I don't think today we would allow a club called Toasties. And then it was in 1930 that it was decided to incorporate the idea of Toastmasters International, when all the building blocks that we now know create the structure of Toastmasters were created. Now, having mentioned that we're now launching into a new district called D91, I would like to explain the whole structure of Toastmasters for those who don't know what it's all about. In the US, there's an international board of directors, and it's headed by the international president. The board of directors is made up of the regional directors, and the regions are divisions in the whole world. And we here are part of Region 11. And Region 11 covers Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. It's huge. Well, it's huge in UK terms, because of course if you live in America, America's so huge, you don't understand that the English think that that is huge. In order to make that work, because obviously it's a huge structure, and the aim of Toastmasters is to see that every club offers a reasonable standard, well, a very good standard of excellence for any member who comes to the club. There has to be a whole organisation around it. So each region is divided into districts, hence District 91. But in order for the district governors to be able to handle everything, and just so that you know, our new district governor will be Hilary Briggs. I don't know if any of you know her, but she's amazing. And she's got an amazing team. Dorothea Stewart, you might know, who runs London Speaker, is going to be director or district governor of PR. And several names that you know will be running our district. But in order to make that happen, and District 91 will cover the south of England and Wales, there are 5 division governors. I am going to be one of them. There are 3 divisions in London, and we, this club, are in a group that are in Division B, which I will be running. To help me run the division, I have area governors, and each area governor looks after between 3 and 6 clubs. And they are the people who have the direct contact with the presidents and the committees of the club. And they interact, they visit, and they try and support the clubs. They organise various things. They organise area contests, and they work with the division governor to organise club officer training and contests, and even sometimes workshops that go along with the contests. Your area has no area governor for next year. That is such a shame. But I want to tell you how the Toastmaster effect has worked for me, and how come I ended up being president of my club, Grosvenor Square Speakers, then area governor of Area 52, which you are not part of actually, because you're going to be part of my Division B next year. And that is because when I first went to Toastmasters, when I went to the first meeting at Grosvenor Square Speakers, I was asked at the end of the meeting what I thought of the meeting. And I'm the only person in the history of Grosvenor Square Speakers, the only guest who stood up and said, well, I didn't like it. I suppose it will do me good. I suppose I'll come back next time. And when I did come back next time, my first table topics, I lasted 17 seconds, burst into tears and ran. But there's a support system in Toastmasters which is so amazing and so valuable that not only did I gain confidence, not only did my curls stop wobbling, but I ended up being president of the club and actually conquering my nerves and not shaking. And as you move through Toastmasters and you have the pleasure and the honour of helping and serving the clubs and the area, etc., you're supported in every way. You're supported just like every member here is supported by other members in the club. When you're president, you're supported by the area governors, and so it goes on through the system. So it's a fantastic, fantastic learning curve that I can only recommend to you, that you build your leadership skills, because it's very much a support system like a trellis. It's now the Chelsea Flower Shows, so think of a trellis with a clematis growing up it. Unless it gets bigger and stronger, you put more trellis there, and there's more and more support. Fellow Toastmasters, Area 29 needs an area governor. Is there anybody in this club, a president, a VPE, a former president, a former VPE, who would put their name forward and have the honour and the pleasure of serving this fantastic organisation and helping the Toastmaster effect? I recommend it. I know what the Toastmaster effect can do. And it's a special reward if you're area governor, you get an area governor medallion to wear. Madam Toastmaster.